Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Destiny. I'm Death from Above. Today, I have a Legendary Max video for you on the Badger CCL Scout Rifle. Now, this is a scout rifle that's very near and dear to my heart. It was one of the first videos I did on my channel that got some attention, if you can say that. Not, you know, huge views by any standard, but a good amount of views, and it was a gun in Destiny that I really enjoyed, really loved from the Dark Below that they have brought back into Year 2. I got a good version. I've been using it, so we're going to talk about it. So what I like to do in my Legendary Max videos in Destiny is I take a weapon from Destiny, talk about it. We'll talk about the flavor text. We'll go over the base stats of the model. Then we'll take a look at my version, talk about its stats, its talents, its perks. Then we'll take it into some PvE and some PvP gameplay, talk about it, give some performance overviews, and maybe a random arbitrary grade, and decide if it's a fun gun or not. So if you want to strap in and hold on for that ride, here we go. So the Badger CCL is a mid-rate of fire, mid-impact scout rifle. It is from the Dark Below. It was the Vanguard vendor scout rifle. Bungie brought it back into Year 2 as a random drop from a Vanguard package, and I got one to drop, and I'm pretty happy with it. So it's a really, really cool gun. The text reads, "Badger baiting is a blood sport." It's a badger, which means it's tenacious, and it's got a bite. So badger baiting is definitely a blood sport. So if we take a look at the base stats from Planet Destiny, we see that the Badger CCL has a rate of fire 27, impact 61, range 77, stability 40, reload 57, aim assist 39, equip speed 29, recoil direction 75, and zoom of 20. Now that rate of fire and impact is the same as the Iron Banner Scout Rifle Call of Advance's Duty that I just covered earlier in the week. So if you want to check that out, check out my other videos, Call of Advance's Duty. So it's got that mid-impact, mid-rate of fire thing going for it. It's a very good range. Stability, not so good, but it's a scout rifle. It's not a big deal. Aim assist is kind of low. Equip speed is slow. And recoil direction is recoil. You know, it goes in a direction. So very good gun. Lower rate of fire, but good impact. And we'll talk about more of that when we get to the PvE and PvP gameplay. So let's take a look at my Badger CCL and see what it's got on it. Now, it's got the focus lens FLS2 scope, the focus lens FLA5 scope, and the True Sight IS scope. Now, on my scout rifles, I usually like the True Sight lately, especially in PvP, but I was finding with this one, a longer range sight was actually very beneficial. I really liked the FLA5 sight. I used the focus lens FLS2 a little bit. It didn't quite speak to me as well as the FLA5. I liked the range for some reason. Usually I like the shorter scope for running and gunning, but the range on this gun with the FLA5 I actually really enjoyed. But here's the talent set. It's got Zen Moment, Perfect Balance, Casket Mag, and Rifled Barrel. Rifled Barrel if you really want that range, but I find that Perfect Balance, Zen Moment, and Third Eye work very, very well together. Very well. You get that good stability, then you get a hit, and you get even better stability, and you never have to worry about what's going on around you with Third Eye. So very, very solid talent set on this gun. I wouldn't call this a god roll, but I'd call this a very solid workhorse roll as far as PvE and PvP are concerned. So let's get into some PvE gameplay and talk about PvE performance. In PvE, it does what scout rifles do. Fires slow, hits hard, takes down targets from a distance. What I usually play in PvE is mostly lower level stuff. I haven't done a raid in a long time. I'll do the Nightfall sometimes, but usually there's very specific weapons you need to use. Sometimes heroic strikes, if there's no arc burn, I'll use just whatever primary I'm using, but my variety comes into PvP mainly with the weapons. But in PvE, this performed very good, very good. Good scout rifle. I like it. I was trying to notice in the beginning of the clips if the Zen Moment was improving the stability noticeably, and I couldn't really tell a difference. So Zen Moment may not be doing as much as I would hope it would be doing. It may be bugged. I may not know something that should be known, but with Perfect Balance, maybe that stability gets up high enough where Zen Moment just doesn't have enough room to proc well. Either way, I couldn't tell a huge difference between Zen Moment and not having Zen Moment. But it still had very good stability regardless. With the Perfect Balance, I was very pleased. I kept using the different scopes in PvE and PvP. And they all performed very well for their function. The longer range scopes did good. The shorter range scopes I enjoyed as well. So it just depended on what the situation was. For PvE, I really liked it. If you like scout rifles, this is definitely a solid choice. So I'm giving it a B in PvE. And all these grades are arbitrary. They're just what I'm thinking at the time. But PvP performance, this is where this gun, I want to say shines, but I use that word a lot. So I'm going to say this is where this gun glows. Because it doesn't shine bright like a diamond. It just glows like a coal or an ember or something. I don't know. But very strong gun in PvP. The talent setup was very interesting. I actually forgot it had third eye till I got into the gameplay and was starting to use it. And I was like, oh, that's what the other perk is. Third eye. But I did bounce between the scopes again in PvP trying to find the one that I thought was right for me. I ended up on the FLA5 in the end again. But I still bounced around. Still like the focus lens FLS2. And I still like the TrueSight IS. They're all three good. I had more deliberation on the scopes on this gun than I have had on a gun in a long time. But Zen Moment, Perfect Balance, and Third Eye performed very, very good. Headshots were very good. It hit 73 to the head and 49 to the body. So if you got 3 headshots, the target was dead, no matter what. And I noticed that happening quite a bit. The aim assist on this or the hitbox or something, it felt like I had hidden hand or something. I was getting a lot of headshots very easily. It was just pulling towards the head. Same for PvE. It was pulling towards the head, and I really was doing very well with it. So, I really enjoyed this scout rifle in PvP. I'm going to give it a B+ in PvP. Is it a fun gun? Ooh, it's right on the edge. Just like it's not shining bright like a diamond, it's glowing. It's right on the razor's edge of being a fun gun. So, I'm going to keep it definitely. It'll make its way into the rotation. I'll have some fun with it. My vault's very full. I had a little spring cleaning in my vault today, or yesterday. Cleaned out a bunch of guns that I'm not going to use. But let me know what you think about the Badger CCL. Do you like it? Did you get one? Are you still hoping to get one? And what other guns would you like me to take a look at? I'm always open to suggestion as far as what guns to do legendary maxed or exotic maxed. I'm not opposed to those. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you got on your Badger CCL or what other gun you want me to look at. But thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I say that every time, and I really do mean it every time. Leave a like if you've enjoyed this. Subscribe if you want to see more. And I'm Death from Above. I will see you later. See you. Bye.